experience for you is satisfactory. We are at a very interesting juncture in life. India is to become a world power, a superpower. We are all sitting here, and people across India have now that sense of self-belief. People believe that the time of India has come. And when we believe that, I think it will finally become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So while this is happening, where does Landmark fit in? That's what we are going to be talking about. India is the market in the world for passenger cars. We are clocking a pace which will take us to that 4 million units a year mark. Ahead of us is China, 27 million at its peak. USA at 17 million. Now, we believe, and we firmly believe, that the journey of India has just begun. We have had some lost years in the auto industry last 4, 5, 6 years, but the growth engine has started, and this is where we fit in. Most countries that we have observed and kind of analyzed, what we have seen is that organized auto retail has played an important role in the journey where people's personal mobility needs are taken care of. When people travel in cars, whether it is in America, whether it is in China, whether it is in Europe, whether it is in South America, you will find listed dealership chains which have come into existence for a long time. It is a surprise to me, if you ask me, as to it has taken such a long time for somebody to come to this stage. When I started in 1998 in Ahmedabad with one Honda dealership, I did not imagine myself on the podium as I am in front of you today. But it is an idea whose time has come. It is something that the nation requires. It is something that the automotive industry needs. What are we basically talking about? In the last 25 years of hard work of my colleagues at Landmark, we have built the largest franchise that the nation has. 1 in 6 Mercedes sold in India is by Landmark. Nearly 1 in 4, actually more than that, Jeeps sold in India is by Landmark. We are the largest partners not only for both of them but also for Honda, also for Volkswagen, and possibly for BYD once the volumes start. We are the third largest partners for Renault in India. We also do commercial vehicles for Ashok Leyland in the state of Gujarat. Now this is something which I personally believe is very difficult for somebody to replicate. We have taken that white space, we have done the hard work, and then now once the tailwinds are behind us of a better economy, per capita income increasing, the GDP increasing, I believe that the operating leverage is significant. I believe that the growth journey, long runway. Let's basically see how the Indian auto industry is trending. Over the last 5 years, we have seen that there has been a 20% shift in the way people have been buying cars. Means the two-box, little unsafe, entry-level cars are now losing their way. People are buying more expensive, safer, better cars. The roads are getting better. The safety norms are getting stricter, and that's what we see in this chart. People are buying premium and luxury and SUVs. Now that's exactly where Landmark is, and that is exactly where Landmark wants to be. It is believed, generally, there is a consensus here that the premium and luxury market will grow faster, much faster than the normal market. Let me give you a perspective of the luxury car market at this point, and this is an interesting statistics which will make you wonder what is happening in our nation. Mercedes-Benz, for example, will have its best ever year. This is something which the managing director of the company said. It will still be in the region of maybe 16,000 units in a year. Do you have any idea how many cars does Mercedes-Benz, does China sell? 7.5 lakhs. Korea sells around 70,000. Japan does around 55,000. Now, India at 15,500 is at a cusp of something significantly big. You will ask me about our profitability, our ratios, our some past performance. But think, what is it that is in front of us? We are at a juncture where our belief and the belief at everybody in Landmark is a significantly long runway that we are talking about. 1% of the cars that are sold in India are luxury cars. This is 7% in China, 17% in Germany. 2% of the people in India own vehicles. Now this is maybe similar to some other Southeast Asian countries. I'm not talking about China. Now I don't personally think that India belongs to that low rung which we have so far been at. And this is what we believe is the story of Landmark. What do we do? Really, what is it that we do for a living? You all have bought cars, vehicles, something in your life. You know what intuitively that we sell cars, get a commission on it. We also get commission on the insurance that we sell to people, and that is for several years. Most of the people who buy vehicles also take finance. There is a commission from the banks on that. We sell accessories. The stand that you will see a lot of accessories that we Landmark sells. That's one bucket. Then there is a second bucket which comprises of a very predictable annuity type of a business, and that is the after sales business. In India, hardly anybody who buys a premium or luxury car goes to some local garage. This is something which we all know. People, because the spare parts availability, the manpower training is something which is lacking, and this is an extremely predictable annuity type of a business which has been compounding year on year at a very, very rapid pace. And this is the backbone of our profitability. This is something which will keep on happening. We also have a great amount of opportunity in pre-owned cars. We all have been reading about statistics about how the pre-owned car market is growing. It is about to explode, except that the new car dealers in India don't play a meaningful role in this pre-owned car business as yet. 30% of the new cars, the pre-owned cars sold in America are by the new car dealers. In India, this is a very, very low single-digit number. We believe that this is something which will change. Landmark will, going ahead, focus on this. Within the ecosystem, the premium and luxury car dealers make more money on a percentage basis, on an absolute number. This is also something that we know. And as the tailwinds hit us, we believe that this is something which will be very good. Landmark has a great pie chart. The thing that you see over here, the Mercedes is a little bit skewed because from 1st October 2021, the turnover has gone out of our books. It is something that you need to understand and understand well. There is an all India one price. We have ceased to become the dealers for Mercedes-Benz, but we have become agents. The customer journey is exactly the same. The cars that you will see in the showroom will be the same. The showroom will be owned by or rented by us, except that the stock has gone completely off our books. The cars, if you would have come to a Mercedes showroom and if you had seen a car parked, it would not have been owned by us. It is factory owned. The test drive cars are owned by us. It's an all India one price. It's an asset light model. We get our commission every 15 days for the cars that we sell. So this is something which is for the better. It is for the betterment of the customer transparency. It has reduced the debt in our books and increased the ROC. So the pie chart shows a great mix of things over here. It is also important to note that this industry also is driven by the new car launches. So somewhere somebody launches a car and the sales go up. Next year somebody else launches a car, their sales go up. So we are not dependent on any one single brand. We are dependent we are dependent on several premium and luxury brands, and this is something which I believe is important. We are also geographically well spread. 8 states and 8 important states is where we are. those 8 states are 50% of Indian auto market. Now, will it mean that we will stay there? I'm sure we will, over a period of time, go to other geographies. The philosophy is to go deep in a geography and to go very deep in a brand. We started with one outlet of each brand and we have become the largest. NCR, Gujarat and Mumbai are our top three. It's Gujarat, Mumbai and NCR which are our top three contributors. 30% of the number of outlets that we have are acquired outlets. There are very few people in the industry who really know how to do M&A like Landmark does, and we believe that going ahead this can be a very, very important and good strategy to play out. We spoke about after sales, and this is something which is so predictable that if you ask me as to what is going to be my service billing next year, say in the month of November or December, I will be able to predict it with great amount of certainty, because the number of cars that you put on road, you will be able to predict their service intervals and how many times it meets with an accident. Now, talking about accidents, just for people who own cars, just think, in the last, what I have found out is that maybe once in 2-3 years, people's car meets with an accident, or some coconut falls, or somebody scratches the door, and this is where the bulk of the money keeps on coming in. And this is something which as a consumer, you have understood this, but people who will be the shareholders of Landmark and the likes will benefit from this misery. I'm sorry, but yes, they will. Has been increasing for Landmark. It has crossed 21,000 rupees per repair order that we have done. So this is a number the numbers are there, how many cars we have serviced including accident repairs. It is like, I guess, 275,000 or some last year and growing. Now this is a very, very important aspect of the business model that we run. I will maybe hand it over to Aryaman to talk about this technology and what we are doing. It's Aryaman who is now joined the business full time, and when I started I was 32 years old. Now there is a time to see that the next generation is able to take over and take it to new heights. So we have a 32-year-old, less than 32-year-old boy now, and he'll talk about how he's helping Landmark transform. He's heading what we call the Landmark transformation team, and the transformation is what Aryaman will talk about.